Hi, class. I just wanted to continue with our presentation of LinkedIn. I think we covered pretty much most of it. There were a few more concepts that were that I needed to discuss with you, and I also wanted to talk to you about your upcoming homework on LinkedIn. So let me just finish presenting all the slides, and then I will get to your homework. Okay. So I'm going to do a screen share and give me a second. I think I did pull it up. Here we go. No, not this one. 1 second, open. Yep, this is the one. All right. So I am here. I'm going to do a screen share. Right. There you go. So this is where what we did in class. I think we covered till we talked about what LinkedIn is, how can we use LinkedIn, kind of also talk to you about how and where do we use LinkedIn. And you told me whether you're an active user, you're a non-active user, what's your profile strength. We did talk about all of that. And some of you mentioned about some features that you would like to improve. Some of you talked about understanding and using LinkedIn Learning more often. Some of you wanted to talk about how you want to build more connections on LinkedIn. Some of you want to leverage LinkedIn to get more job interviews. So there were different responses, and there were basically you zeroed in on some of the things that you would like to work on in regards to LinkedIn. And so I talked about how it's important to know how you need to set your privacy. You definitely don't want the whole world to see your updates, especially if you are within a company and you're interviewing and you are looking for some more positions. You don't want to let your HR know that you are, and make everybody feel uncomfortable that you are looking out for new positions. So you always need to look at your settings, privacy, visibility in your settings. And then we talked about making sure that you let the recruiters know that you are open for business. We actually worked on this, and I'll talk to you about our homework. So basically, you wrote a note to the recruiter here, and you wrote a 500-character note. You looked at some of the outlines that we talked about here, which is 1 second. Yes, which we talked about your status, whether you're looking, whether you are whether you're actively looking, you're in a full-time position right now, but you are in a position to even open to interviewing for some more positions. What your target role is, your location preferences, job time, full-time, part-time, work remotely, all of that we talked about. And then you actually, you did this in class. I remember you did a and then you put it on Blackboard, a 500-character note for your recruiter. Next, we talked about, we talked about creating a custom LinkedIn profile URL where I told you that, you don't want to give a bunch of numbers, make it personalized, talk about, if you have, if you're into taxes, then make sure that your profile talks about the fact that you're an accountant, or, if you're into marketing, maybe some tip, and there's something cool that you have done in marketing, you may want to use that as a part of your URL. So I kind of gave you some examples that I have. Then we talked about, creating, I guess think you guys did this already in class. Then we also talked about the importance of creating a profile picture, high quality profile picture, where it is about, who do you think you want to show, what is it about your personality that you would like to show your employers, to kind of create a sense of warmth, sense of trust. And again, I emphasize on you being genuine. And I also talked about not having several artificial lights, maybe preferably. Again, that's a personal preference, but I prefer to do it outdoors, as I mentioned to you. And the kind of clothes that you wear, it should reflect, the color scheme with the background should always be attractive not in the sense of looking pretty, but just, catching your eye, the color scheme, all of that. So I think I did talk to you. We did look, I talked to you about this, and I showed you actually the PFM marker, maker.com. I showed you how you get into it and you post your profile pic there. Also, I told you about the requirements in terms of, the picture strength, in terms of pixels, quality, all of that. These are the restrictions: 400 by 400, JPG files accepted, the kind of files that are accepted. Then we also talked about, how do you use color scheme. I think I told you that her favorite color is blue. It kind of goes on. And if she talks about the fact that, and if you look at her headline, she talks about the fact that she's a keynote speaker, and quite rightly so. If we look at her cover page, we can see different companies as being shown. That means she may have gone and as a keynote speaker in these companies. So that's pretty cool. So we talked about all of that. I shared some more examples, examples coming up. We go to, so I think, again, LinkedIn picture guidelines are also here. Then we talked about cover page, where we talked about, how do you create a good cover page. And I think I did give you some tips, like, if you have volunteered, you can take a picture of you volunteering, or if you've spoken to a group of people, you've been a coach, then maybe a picture of that could go as your cover page, something that you want to show the interviewer, or for prospective recruiters, something, a skill that you feel that you really value and you want to show that, then put it on your cover page maybe. So even if it's, if it's a hobby that you have, then put a traveling picture. All right, so here we go. And I did talk about Canva, and I think some I think Derek mentioned in class, and I think Derek and Abigail, I guess, both of them mentioned that Canva is pretty user-friendly. I showed you an example of this one, a template, and additional things that you can do on your cover page. I mentioned to you about that. All right. Okay. Next, I think we covered all of this. We did cover all of this. Some more examples. I did talk to you about this. Then we talked about how to create a good headline for your. So I kind of told you that, headline is almost like a keyword search. If somebody's looking for a good restaurant, and then, what are the keywords on a Friday evening, the kind of food that you want. Let's say you're interested in Chinese, and it's a Friday evening, and you live, let's say, in Naperville downtown. What words will you type on Google search, or perhaps on Yelp, that will help you find the best restaurant? So similarly, you got to create those headline keywords that will help the recruiter, get you in the first few searches. So if not first few, like quite quickly, you don't want to be hidden away from everyone. So I kind of, this is what I gave you some the ways to do this. As I told you, search 20 ideal go to LinkedIn jobs, look for 20 ideal positions that you would like to work, your ideal positions, maybe 10 or 20 or 30 of them. And then you look at that, and then look at some of the job descriptions that defines these job positions, cut, copy, paste it in a Word document or Google Doc, and then and then see what are the ones that you would like to use. So that's another thing that you can do to create your tagline. So that becomes I think that's something that you want to work on. This is also, if you're looking for skills, as I've told you, again, look at the 20 top positions, look at the skills, the 20 top positions that you would like to apply for, and then look at the skills that come with the physicians that you've applied for, and then see whether some of the skills match your interest and where there's an overlap, and then again create a Word, a Word document with maybe you would know what the hard skills are, technical skills, and what the soft skills are. Can kind of color code them, and then go to tag crowd, and then create a word cloud out of that. You can either put that on your cover page, or this is always very handy to have this. So there we go. We did talk about all of that. We discussed this. These are some further clues or further points that will make your headline kind of more attractive. I would say that if you can share, a quick result-based case study where you basically share accomplishment, if you have, won prizes, or if you've reached a sales target of so much, mention that. If you've just started your position, maybe a research paper that you worked on, or a group project that you did, you can mention that, or a volunteer, or if you volunteer for organization, mention that. Something that you would like to highlight, and one thing that you would like to have, you would like your headline in LinkedIn to have all the high priority skills. Something, and you can also do out of the box thinking. You can think about something that you really enjoyed doing, something about your personality also. All right. So here I have an example, senior manager. This is the position that this person wants to see himself in, digital innovations, paid media and digital strategy at Authentic Brands Group. So he's kind of talked about the position, which he feels that is a pretty valued position, that he has earned this position, and he wants to highlight it. So he's put that in the headline. All right, this is an interesting one. It's Zola analyzing intersection of love and data. I think we talked about all of that. This one was also interesting. I think told you about her. All right, so here we go again. You guys worked on the about section as well. I remember that. I gave you some examples, and you were supposed to talk about some of your biggest accomplishments, something that you are really proud of yourself. Something that you've done that really makes you proud of yourself. A closing statement about what opportunities are you excited about. So that's I think you guys worked on that one as well. So that about section, you did that. I'm not sure whether you completed it or not, but I think you were working on that one. So I think we did it till this point, and then at exactly this point here, this is where we were not able to. This is where we stopped in our last class. So this is the last. We just have, as you can see, just about a few slides left. So in this section, we have what we call is a section where you can include a post, something that you've written, something that if you want to if you want people to read your post, and you've posted on somebody's post, or you've created an original post, then you can link it there. If you've written an article, that's content. Again, if you've created content and you've written an article about something that is in your area, more power to you. And if you want to put in something that you've done for your school, from your school, a paper that you've worked on that you're proud of, you want to put it there. Some links that shows how well you're connected with other kind of reading that you're doing, to kind of show that these are some of the links that you've visited. Maybe you've worked on your own personal blog. You can put it there if it's relevant, if you think. And then if you've worked on a deck of cards, and you've worked on presentations, PDF, something that you wanted to showcase, you can put it in the media file. So it should appear like this, class. So if you go here, featured, and then you'll see there's a once you go to featured, then you'll see there's a plus sign, and then there you see a drop down box which shows post, articles, links, media, all of these options. So again, this is like going beyond going really into depth and really using LinkedIn. So if you think you are good here, and you think that this is going to really, you've got some good content and this is really going to help you, go for it. Okay. Then the next one is, I think we did talk about skills and endorsements. There'll be a section on LinkedIn which basically lists all the skills, most of the skills that that people talk about, and try to see. And again, go back to some of the job descriptions that we did in your research, the 20 top LinkedIn jobs that you've seen, and look at that and see what kind of what kind of skills do people require. So and if you see that it matches with yours, if you have similar skills, then go ahead and put a tick and say that you have skills and endorsements skills in these areas, and then please get some people to endorse it. Okay, and we're going to talk about that. How do you get people to endorse what the skills that you have? Well, you need to have formed connections and relationships, and your time actually starts now. The more you get into the community, the more you have that mindset that here I am to learn and be excited about learning, and create those connections just out of interest, and start actually looking at other people's profiles. And the good way to do it is, of course, you start with your friends and family. Let's not have too many family members endorsing you, but more friends. If you ask them, maybe create a group, go get into some groups if you think you can, Facebook groups, professional networking groups, where you create a pool of people who you could possibly know, and then see if you can endorse each other once you get to know each other. And then your friends and family, colleagues, work with them. Say, hey, can you just, actually, if you could go and endorse them in their skills, you really don't need to ask anybody. Once they see that you've endorsed their skill, then it comes as a natural, reciprocity, that people would also like to endorse you on your skills. So do that. Profiles which sees more than five plus skills gets more views from recruiters. So again, here I did choose, friends and family. Again, how do you get endorsements for your skills? You need to get, once you clicked those skills that you have, how do you get endorsements? As I just mentioned, you get friends and family, you endorse other people's skills, so they'll come back to your profile and they'll endorse your skills. And always, always communicate, reach out. You can just say, hey, I wanted to recognize this is a template that you have for some of the awesome work that you've done, and I would like to endorse you for some skills. And if there's anything else I can do to help you, let me know. And then you sign off, and it's kind of like untold. And usually people feel a sense of gratitude, and they'll also go and typically they'll also quickly go and endorse your skills. So I think that's a good starting point. Especially with people who you've worked with. Okay, so that's another thing that you may want to do. Apart from this, recommendations on LinkedIn. This is really good, actually. If you can get this, is really gold in LinkedIn, because a lot of these job interviews, a lot of them happens through word of mouth. So if you can get some recommendations from key people, please get them as soon as I've mentioned to you, actually, even while we were doing our interview. Remember, I'm sorry, our resume assignment. I mentioned to you, get recommendations from a peer who's at the same level, from a boss or a supervisor, and somebody whom you have mentored. So 3 different levels, it'll be good. And then get LinkedIn recommendations on your LinkedIn page. So one of the things that I often get asked to give recommendations to students, sometimes I don't remember what works and what is helpful for me. If my students kind of draft something like, this is my resume. If you could take a look at my resume, I was in this class of yours, and this is how I did in your assignments, and I have a template. If you could see, and if you could approve and maybe change a few things, it's easier for me because it saves time. I'm immediately taken to the context. I immediately remember, I remember the student. Yes, this is what he did. Yes, he did it well. Okay, if he got an A for that class, that means he really did well in my class. So then I kind of, it just makes my work easier, and I have a template. I quickly get it done, and it's out of my way. So this is one of the templates. You can always, if you're asking for a recommendation, always, that's just a matter of practice, always say that this is who I am, kind of give you a background. And if I could give you, my resume, if you remember, this is what I did. I have a template. If you would like to use it, I can share that with you. Always ask, because sometimes it might just sound a little precautious, but you can ask that if I can give you a template. Most people will say, yes, please do send it in. And when do you need it by, and then turn it in. So that is a LinkedIn recommendation template. And yes, so there's a section, if you see here, more, and then request, or if you go to anybody's page who you want, you know that person, you want them to give you a recommendation, you'll see that there's a message, view in sales navigation, then go to more, and then you click that button. There'll be a drop down button, and it'll say request a recommendation, and you request one. So I think that, and the few things that kind of makes your profile strength, like you said, like it's usually this is how it is. The profile strength is, if you have a few things, then it's like beginner's level. If you have you have more than a few things, but yet not quite there, then it's like intermediate. And then if you have everything, you got to get a 5-star status, then that means you have everything. And what are those everything? That I think a high quality LinkedIn profile picture, nice, which I talked to you about, using a custom LinkedIn URL, then adding an up-to-date industry and location, that is on your, customize your headline, all right, with relevant experience and keywords. Fill out your LinkedIn about section. We talked about that. Add at least 3 positions to your work experience history. We didn't talk about that one, but I think that's pretty simple. Add education to your profile. Yeah, that's very simple. Add 5 skills to your profile. We talked about that. And connect with 50 plus or more people. I think most of you said that there's some of you who had 50 or more connections, but no one has reached about 500. But I think 550 is a good starting point. Okay, so here we go. So the last section that I wanted to talk to you about is how do you get visibility? How do you get people to see your posts quite a bit? Is if let's say you are you're very fond of the industry, Uber, or you're very fond of Amazon, or you're very fond of McDonald's, and you follow key people there, then you are following somebody who's who is a thought leader, right? Then, and kind of you gauge the time that he or she makes posts. So if you are able to turn in your comment, look at his post, and then turn in your comment very soon, then that means you will get a read out of that. And some people, if your post is that good, people might want to go to your profile and see who you are. Okay, so that's another way to kind of get attention of a recruiter. So this one is, as you see, this one is a nice post. It's about Uber. I think I'm not sure. I think this Uber, it is about how Uber drivers, it's about their behavior, how much, and this is a post by, I think, a senior marketing manager of Uber, and he makes this post. As you can see, post is getting more and more popular. There are already 377 likes, but there aren't too many comments. It's only 18 comments there. So this is your opportunity. If you have something, just go post your comment, and you get visibility. Again, try to follow people, try to follow thought leaders, who industries, organizations with which would be your ideal organization. Try to do that so that you know what's exactly going on, the trends, the controversies, the trends, all of that you'll be able to follow in the particular industry or organization of your choice. So I think there was only very few things that was left the other day, and I kind of covered it all. What I would like to focus on is the homework that you guys need to do. So on the 13th of March, which is exactly about a week, it's going to be next Sunday. What is due is something, I've created this slide for you. Let me just show it to you. 1 second here. 1 second, I will stop sharing this with you, and I will show you where I've posted it. Give me a second. I'm trying to look for it because I just posted it. 1 second. Okay, yeah. So it's right here. So screen share, this is your homework class. And so you go to business and your course homepage, and then you go to discussion board. Once you go to discussion board, you will have to scroll till you can't go any further, and then you click LinkedIn assignment. All right. So once you clicked LinkedIn assignment, actually it doesn't take you there. So just go to, I'm sorry, discussion. Okay, so just go to discussion board, and you'll see LinkedIn assignment, and then you just need to click this assignment, and this is what you'll be getting. Once you click this assignment, you will be getting this. I would like all of you to work on this PowerPoint. There are things that you've already done, so it should not be something very new. You've already worked on some of them. Some of them will be a little new. So this is an assignment. You go to the discussion forum, work on this PowerPoint, and there are some blank PowerPoint slides that I have where you have to insert your homework. And once you're done, just create a thread and post it there. That's it. And turn it in by March 13th, which is Sunday. And so turn it in by 11:59, and that's it. So this is what you need to do. This is your assignment. So this is what you just, you already did that based on slide 2, which is slide 1 is this, slide 2, and I've given you some of the pointers here. I would like you to write a 500 character note for a recruiter here. You've already done that, nothing new. So you just put it again here, okay? The second thing is, you haven't done this one, but we talked about it. If you have to use a cover page, what picture would you be using? Are you, so try to give me a picture with maybe you're, doing something that I think some of you shared ideas for coaching students, or presenting something in a conference, or traveling. If you've traveled different parts of the world, if you want to do that, show that in your profile, in your cover page, do that. And I have also talked to you, remember we talked about Canva. So if you want to use, this is a bonus point that you will have. So I'm sorry, here we go. So this is Canva used for cover page. So I mentioned here based on slide 4, here slide 4, 4 and 5, give me a picture of a cover page here. Okay, you can use Canva to create a free template. That's bonus points. You get some more points. Once you've settled on your template, and you decide what you want to push in your cover page, maybe some keywords, maybe maybe your elevator pitch hardly in a few words, who you are and what you want to do. If you want to, you can put in 2 lines or less, or maybe some keywords in your cover page, which shows your essence. If you want to use some words there, go ahead. And once you do that, maybe use Canva, you take a picture, put it on Canva, you have a few words that shows who you are, and your goals and your essence, and you put that on the cover page. You create a cover page and stick it here, put it here, paste it here. So that's the second thing that you need to do. And then I think I did talk to you. So this is 1, this is 2. Then this is the third thing that you need to do. So you have worked on this one as well. So basically I'm asking you to do the same thing. So basically on slides 7, 8, and 9, 10, based on slides 7, 8, and 9, 10, I would like you to create your headline. All right. So a position that maybe you are in, or you desire to work for, then the subset, the bigger position, or the bigger market that you're or the industry or the company that you are trying to target. I would say the more the industry that you're trying to target, and then maybe something that you did, something it's your LinkedIn headline. So try to create maybe a quick study of your accomplishment, or share a personal website, share some high priority skills and proficiencies that you have. You can put that on your headline here. So be creative here, all right, and create your own headline here based on slides 7, 8, 9, 10. and I did tell you that, headline is one of the ways that that recruiters, it's a Google search, almost like a Google search for them. So if they need somebody if they need a speech writer, they're going to type that. And if that matches with your headline, they'll pick you. Your link comes, it is searchable. It comes within their search. So that's how you do. I did talk to you about making a few things here, looking at some LinkedIn jobs, maybe 10 or 20 or 30 jobs that kind of fit your interests, and then scan them and look at some of the keywords that have been used to describe the job positions, create your Word document and get those keywords in, and then see what do you want to get from those keywords that'll help you create your tagline, or tagline, or in other words, your LinkedIn headline. Okay, so that's also a way to do it. Okay, all right. All right, so that was the 1, 2, 3, and this is so this is another one. This, I also mentioned this, that you go to LinkedIn jobs, again, look at 10, 20, 30 top or 20 top positions that you are looking for, and look at the skills there. Make a list of the hard skills that these job positions require, and make a list of the soft skills, and then create a word cloud. Okay, so and color code it. So the hard skills, let's say you put it in red, and then the soft skills are in yellow or blue. Okay, and then say, what kind of hard skills do you have, or what kind of soft skills do you have? You can create a word cloud. You can create, and you can do that and put it on your cover page if you want to, or this just looks nice. You can see whether you want to put it on your personal portfolio. So that's also another thing that I would like you to explore. Then I think you guys did this one. You actually worked on this one, the about section. I have, based on slides 15, 16, 17, and 18, I have an about section, about 2,000 characters, 100 to 200 words. So do an about section about who you are. All right. So I've given you, again, based on slides 15, 16, and 17, kind of gives you a guideline and some examples. And then you work on slide 18. And this is the last one that you have to work on. This is the post. I would like you to read this post and then present your comment here. Read the post, and so you can see there are 18 comments. So now increase the comments here. I want to see how you, just based on what you read, how would you provide a comment that would be interesting enough for people to actually click your profile and see who is this person who's providing this comment. All right. So that's it. There's the total points for this one, as you know, it's about 10 points. So just turn it in and I will review it and give you points for that. So again, March 13th, today is March 7th. So next week, on Sunday, by 13th midnight, 11:59 p.m. All right. So that's it, class. Tomorrow I will see you. We will be talking about, elevator pitch, and we will be talking a great deal about elevator pitch tomorrow, and we will be doing a little exercise in class as well and prepping towards elevator pitch. All right, thank you very much. I will see you in class tomorrow, and I will take your leave. All right, so I'm going to stop share. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.